Viserys I Targaryen, a name etched in fire and blood. He inherited the Iron Throne at the height of Targaryen power, his reign a time of peace and prosperity. But shadows lurked beneath the surface, the seeds of a conflict that would shake the realm. This is the story of the Dance of the Dragons, a war of succession that would pit brother against brother, sister against sister, and dragon against dragon. Viserys I was not a cruel king, he was not a tyrant, he loved his family. He desired peace for his realm, but good intentions paved the road to hell. His actions or inactions would have dire consequences. The Dance of the Dragons, a tragedy of Shakespearean proportions. And at its heart, the question was Viserys the first to blame. The Great Council of 101 AC, a pivotal moment in Westerosi history. The old king, Jaehaerys I, was dead, his heir, Prince Balon, gone before him. The line of succession uncertain. From this uncertainty, Viserys I emerged as king, chosen over his cousin, Princess Rhaenys Targaryen. The realm accepted him, but the seeds of discontent were sown. Years passed. Viserys' beloved queen, Aemma Arryn, died in childbirth. Their son, Balon, followed soon after. Grief-stricken, Viserys made a fateful decision. He named his daughter Rhaenyra as his heir, breaking with tradition, challenging the patriarchal norms of Westeros. It was a decision that would have far-reaching consequences, a decision that would set the stage for the Dance of the Dragons. Rhaenyra, a young woman of undeniable spirit, fiery and strong-willed, she embraced her role as heir, but not all accepted her claim. Whispers of discontent arose from the shadows, the lords of Westeros bound by tradition. They questioned a woman's right to rule. The realm, once united, began to fracture. Viserys, blinded by grief and love for his daughter, ignored the growing discontent. He believed his word was law, that his decree was enough. He failed to see the storm brewing on the horizon, a storm that threatened to consume his house, his reign, his legacy. Seeking to solidify his daughter's claim, Viserys made another fateful decision. He remarried. His bride, Alicent Hightower, young, beautiful and ambitious. She bore him sons, heirs of his own blood. The lines were drawn. The Game of Thrones had begun. Alicent, a woman of cunning and ambition. She saw the Iron Throne as the birthright of her sons. She nurtured their claims, fostered their resentment towards Rhaenyra. The court, once a place of unity, became a viper's pit. Intrigue and treachery festered in the shadows, the seeds of war sown. Section 5, the Green Dragon unfurls. Two factions emerged, the Blacks loyal to Rhaenyra, the Greens supporting Alicent and her children. The realm held its breath, the tension palpable. Viserys, aging and weary, clung to the hope of peace. But the dragons were restless, their riders eager for blood. The king, a shadow of his former self, his health failing, his grip on the realm weakening. He tried to bridge the divide, to reconcile his wife and his daughter, but the wounds were too deep, the scars too raw, his efforts futile. Section 6, Whispers of War. Whispers of war spread like wildfire, from the Red Keep to the farthest reaches of the realm. The dragons, sensing the unrest, grew more agitated, their roars a harbinger of the coming storm. The realm braced itself. The Dance of the Dragons was upon them. Viserys on his deathbed finally saw the truth. His dream of a united realm shattered, his family torn apart, his legacy tarnished. He had failed as a king, failed as a father, his last breath, a sigh of regret. Section 7. The King's Regrets. Was Viserys to blame? Did his actions or inactions lead to the Dance of the Dragons? Some argue he was a weak king, indecisive and easily manipulated, that his love for his daughter blinded him to the realm's needs, that he should have chosen a more suitable heir, one who wouldn't divide the kingdom. Others believe he was a good man, a peaceful king who only wanted the best for his family and his realm, that he was betrayed by those closest to him. that the seeds of war were sown long before he took the Iron Throne, that he was a victim of circumstance, a tragic figure caught in a web of his own making. Section 8. A legacy tarnished, the dance of the dragons, a brutal, bloody conflict, brother against brother, sister against sister, dragon against dragon, the realm bled, innocents perished, the Targaryen dynasty forever scarred. Viserys, though dead, cast a long shadow, his legacy forever intertwined with the war that tore Westeros apart. He had been a king of peace, yet he had sown the seeds of war. He had loved his family, yet he had torn them apart. He had sought to preserve his dynasty, yet he had set it on the path to ruin. A tragic irony, a cautionary tale. Section 9. The dance begins. The dance of the dragons, a testament to the destructive nature of power, a reminder that even the best intentions can have unintended consequences. Viserys I Targaryen, a king forever remembered for the war that erupted after his death. Was he to blame? The answer, as with all things in history, is complex. There is no easy answer, no simple truth. He was a product of his time, a man bound by tradition, yet willing to break it for the ones he loved. He made mistakes, grave mistakes, but he also tried to do what he thought was right, to preserve peace, to protect his family, to secure his legacy. In the end, he failed. But his failure serves as a warning to all who would rule, that the Iron Throne is a dangerous seat. Section 10. A King's Burden. The Dance of the Dragons is a story of ambition, of betrayal, of the corrupting influence of power, but it is also a story of family, of love, of loss. And at its heart lies the tragedy of Viserys I Targaryen, a king who wanted peace but found only war. A father who loved his children but tore them apart. A man who sought to control his legacy but found himself consumed by it. What is your judgment of Viserys I Targaryen? Was he a good king dealt a difficult hand? Or did his actions pave the path to destruction? Share your thoughts and let us delve deeper into the legacy of the Dragon King.